Hello, welcome to Local Edition. I'm Leslie Leyton. The governor has signed legislation to put all voter initiatives on the November ballot. Here now to take a closer look at what's behind that and some of the measures that may be on the November ballot is Assemblymember Curt Hagman. Thank you very much for being here.
Great to be here.
What is the thinking behind putting all of the initiatives up for a vote in November rather than June?
Well, it's a couple different theories. I believe the stated theory is that there'll be more voter turnout in November than would be in the June ballot measure. We also think there's a little bit of politics at play there, where a lot of the ones that special interest groups would spend money to defeat, they don't want to put on until the November elections, so they could spend more money on the primary elections because it is an open primary season this year. And so it kind of clears the field for candidates only, which people will pay less attention to that, may not show up as much in the June primary than they would if there's a whole bunch of ballot measures that they feel passionate about to show up on.
Isn't the thinking as well at the hands of Democrats who have better voter turnout in the November elections and would like to protect their causes?
Yeah, like I said, there's politics behind it. You know, a lot of these ballot measures did qualify for the June measure, and in one quick legislation in the last week of session. Now we put them off until November, and there's strategy behind both sides, Republicans and Democrats, what to put on what time of the year. But at this point, it looked like we're all maybe trying to stack them up in November, and how can the voter, if there's a bunch of them, digest all the different issues, especially with the 30-second commercials out there, may make it difficult.
Well, what do you think about the initiative process in general? Because really, it's taking work that legislators would normally do, making laws, and putting it in the hands of the public, but it is the democratic way.
Yeah, and I do believe in that process. I wish we did a better job of getting our issues solved, so we don't have to go to the ballot all the time. But in the very partisan manner that we do govern right now here in California, and we see this on the federal level as well. When resources are tight, there's a lot of frustration as far as priorities and which way we go, and the voters should have their voice be heard as well through the initiative process. But there's pros and cons of that.
What are some of the initiatives in the pipeline right now that you would like to see come to fruition to a vote in November?
Well, there's many that are trying to gather signatures right now, so we don't know if they're going to qualify or not. But I know there's issues such as paycheck protection that was initiated in Orange County that was going to be on the June ballot that may be put off until November.
And explain what that is.
It gives the union members, union members, the option not to pay into a political PAC from their dues. They said the dues could be used for other things besides political PAC money. So that is very controversial, obviously, in the Republican-Democrat world. That has never been really addressed on the legislative level, so they want to take it to the vote of the public at this point.
I've heard about some regarding pensions. Government worker pensions. The
governor is saying that he wants to put something on the ballot, and there's been other attempts to bring things to the ballot to, for at least new hires, have those public workers work longer so they get the same kind of retirement benefits and pay more into the system. As we all know, we do have a pension problem that the good thing is that we're living longer, but the bad news is those benefits don't last as long. And so we're backfilling that through general fund quite a bit, and they're trying to get that balance out.
Now, you said sometimes the initiative process works and sometimes it doesn't really. Can you name a couple that you would like to see undone? Well,
as far as when we spend a lot of money on bond money, I think the voters don't realize that it's basically a credit line. So we're spending a huge percentage of our general fund right now toward the payment of these loans. And it makes it very difficult to have other programs in a balance book. If you're totally paying on your credit cards all the time, it's hard to spend on anything else.
Yeah, get your hands tied like that. All right, nice to see you. Thanks for being here.
Great to be here, Leslie. Thank you.
And thank you for tuning in. More HLN coming up right after this.